You've been told that grinding out 60-hour work weeks is the most reliable path to success, but burning the midnight oil doesn't guarantee a payoff. If your mental wiring is misaligned, all that hustle actually turns into pure self-sabotage. We live in a culture obsessed with optimizing the outside world. People switch careers, launch new ventures, and chase productivity hacks, convinced that pushing harder against their external environment will eventually force a breakthrough. In his book, The Miracles of Your Mind, Joseph Murphy argues we're fighting on the wrong front. The actual battleground for your career, health, and bank account doesn't exist in your office. It exists entirely inside your own head. Throwing more physical effort at your problems is like hitting the gas pedal while the parking brake is locked. Before you can change your reality, you have to pop the hood and diagnose your internal operating system. That internal operating system is split into two distinct parts. First, you have the conscious mind. This is your logical, day-to-day processor. It's the voice in your head right now, making immediate decisions, reading emails, and deciding that you want a promotion. That logical processor controls just 10%. Beneath sits the subconscious mind, a massive 90% automation engine. If your conscious mind wants success, but your subconscious believes, I am a failure, the automation engine deflects your ambition, manufacturing missed deadlines to match its code. This creates a structural conflict. When 90% of your mental processing is pulling in one direction, your 10% conscious willpower is simply outmatched. It's not about a lack of effort, it's about a system in total friction. To fix this mismatch, you need to learn the system's native coding language. Murphy calls this language faith. He isn't talking about religion. He defines faith as a raw mental force, a complete, unquestioned acceptance of an idea in your mind. If faith is the code, doubt is the virus. The moment you introduce skepticism into the system, you corrupt the command, and the subconscious halts the reprogramming process entirely. You can overwrite the corrupted code using specific tools. The first two are repetition and autosuggestion. By consistently feeding yourself direct commands, like I am capable or I am advancing, you slowly erase old scripts and write new neural pathways. But the most potent tool in the arsenal is what Murphy calls mental movies, or detailed visualization. Let's apply this to a modern high-stakes scenario, like landing an engineering job at a major tech company. Instead of just prepping technical answers, you close your eyes and play a movie in your head. You see yourself shaking hands with the hiring manager, and you experience the distinct physical relief of getting the offer letter. This works because the subconscious mind lacks the critical filter we use for reality. It treats a vivid, emotionally charged mental image with the exact same level of authority as a real physical experience. When you run these mental movies on a loop, the subconscious accepts the simulation as a verified fact. It then adjusts your body language, sharpens your focus, and alters your everyday behavior to ensure your physical reality matches the simulation. Murphy frames wealth as a current. It's financial energy that must flow freely through a system. But constant terror over your bank account creates an anxiety dam. This fear hard-codes poverty into your subconscious, effectively shutting down the financial flow. The system operates on an uncompromising rule. You do not attract what you consciously want. You attract only what your subconscious has accepted as a factual guarantee. Upgrading your financial reality requires a clean slate. You cannot install a high-performance wealth program into a mind that is heavily cluttered with old emotional garbage. You have to clear the cache. That means identifying and deleting the specific malware draining your processing power. The worst offenders are fear, guilt, and lingering resentment. If you are holding on to anger against a toxic former boss or a terrible ex, forgiving them has nothing to do with letting them off the hook morally. It is a strict mechanical necessity. Holding on to resentment is like voluntarily drinking poison and expecting the other person to suffer the effects. Tuning into the frequency of abundance requires available bandwidth. Until you ruthlessly purge your mental cache of past grievances, those new wealth-building scripts simply have nowhere to run. At this point, it's incredibly easy to roll your eyes. You might be wondering if this entire framework is just another flavor of overhyped manifestation woo-woo designed to sell self-help courses. We can comfortably discard some of Murphy's older, dated claims about curing severe physical diseases with positive thoughts alone. But strip away the mid-century mysticism, and what you're left with is a highly effective, bulletproof precursor to modern cognitive behavioral therapy. The biggest point of friction in this process is the delay. Reprogramming takes time. It operates exactly like planting a seed in soil. You wouldn't plant a seed on Monday and then dig it up on Tuesday to see if the roots are growing. Digging it up daily with doubt kills the germination process entirely. You can test this in real time. The next time an unexpected car repair bill hits your inbox, force yourself to intercept the negative feedback loop. Catch the thought, "I'm always broke," and manually override it with "money flows to me easily." This action isn't a magic spell. By forcing a positive filter over a stressful event, you are actively rewiring your brain's reticular activating system. You start spotting real-world financial opportunities and solutions that your panic was previously keeping you completely blind to. The Miracles of Your Mind delivers a critical reset. This book is mandatory reading for anyone paralyzed by overthinking, or for the professional who is completely exhausted from high-effort hustling that yields zero tangible results. However, you should skip this one if you're looking for a purely tactical, step-by-step spreadsheet on building an index fund portfolio or optimizing mechanical business operations. Now, I want to hear your field reports. Head down to the comments and share a specific time you vividly visualized an outcome and watched it materialize in your actual reality. If you're ready to stop fighting your external environment and start upgrading your internal operating system, hit the subscribe button. We'll keep exploring the frameworks that actually change the way you live.